And it's in that moment when everybody finally stopped complaining that Moses hears from the Lord. It says, then the Lord said to Moses, why do you cry to me? Tell the people of Israel to go forward. Lift up your staff, stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide it, that the people of Israel may go through the sea on dry ground. Why do you cry out to me? That's an interesting thing that God says there. But it's in the midst of that, after they stopped crying, that Moses hears from God and says, go forward. Go forward. This obstacle that's in your way, guess what? It's not going to be in your way. Right? When Joshua walks around the wall 7 times, guess what God turns it into? A highway. What used to be the obstacle that stopped you from God's promises is no longer the obstacle that stopped you from God's promises. It's a display of God's glory, and it becomes the highway through which you walk through. You want to know something? When they get to the Jordan Sea and the Jordan River in the time of the flooding, they don't have any questions on if God's going to part it. They just step out and watch God do it. Why? Because he did it in the past. He moved. They had faith at that point. He says, tell the people of Israel to go forward, lift up your staff, stretch out your hand. He goes on to say this, and I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go after you. And I will get the glory over Pharaoh and his hosts, his chariots and his horsemen, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I have gotten the glory over Pharaoh, his chariots and his horsemen.